Hi, I'm Bill,
Hi, I'm Lori.
and welcome to Paddle Tap, episode number 8. It's been about a year since we did the last episode of Paddle Tap, and the concept for the Paddle Tap episode is just to kind of talk about things that we're working on and bring people up to date and how we're doing. And so, if you like this kind of content, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and as always, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. So it's July 16, 2024, and we haven't been doing content in a while. We've been busy with other things. We've had COVID, which slowed us down for several weeks, and but we're back to 100% now. And also, we had some challenges. Lori and I had different viewpoints on how to get ready for our tournament. Our first tournament will be August 24th, so that's in about 39 days. It'll be down.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you going to tell them what category we're in?
Well, yeah, we signed up for 3.0, 70 to 75. And right now, there's only one other couple, mixed doubles couple, that is also signed up. So we'll see how that goes. But at least there's two of us in that event category for 3+0, 70 to 75. So we'll see how that goes. And then we're also signed up a week later. We're in San Mateo, California. There's a senior games tournament in Palo Alto the following weekend, and we're signed up in the same category. And for that event, there's already another couple signed up. So at least there's two teams essentially signed up for each of the tournaments. So we'll see how that all shakes out. In the past, when we played a tournament or two, sometimes they kind of munged different events together into one because there weren't enough people, but we'll just have to see how that goes. So how are you feeling as far as being ready for tournament play?
I think just getting used to being in a real competitive environment. It's just the mental, knowing that you're in a tournament's different than just playing amongst our friends, even though when we play against them, we want to win, but it's not that same levels of competition. So I think you have to get used to that competing sense of feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I love playing with our friends. We have a group at Hallmark that we play with, and a great group of people. And sometimes you get more involved in their game because maybe they're kind of new to pickleball, and they do some really great shots and everything, so you want to kind of pump them up. But when you're in a competitive environment, at least in my experience, I think it's better to stay a little bit more focused and kind of focus on our play
And winning.
and winning. But of course, you want to give them a clap when they do a really good shot as well. I mean, it's all about sportsmanship. It's a competition, but it's also about sportsmanship. So you want to be.
But you like winning.
I love winning. I do love winning, but
And he always gives me words of encouragement or criticism when I do.
Actually, we were playing at Hallmark. I guess it's
Today.
a week ago, and it was just down to Lori and I and Susan and Cynthia, two of the people that's part of the group. And Lori and I decided to call out each other's bad shots, and it was really, we were making them laugh. We were making ourselves laugh. So, I mean, it was really, but that gets to a kind of a sensitive topic in a sense. We're, man and wife, and, we have to be sensitive to each other in the sense that how can you impart some of your observations to the other person? So, like, if Lori notices my style of play, like, we'll get into, we belong to the hub now. We'll get into that in a minute. But she was saying I was very tense when we were playing a game at the hub against two really good players, and so I was very tense. So that observation was important to me, and I didn't take offense to it. And then how can I help Lori sometimes where I have observed something about her game that's different than it normally is, to try to just make her aware in that moment. So when you're man and wife, I think it's a little bit more challenging. If it was just another person that is my partner and I play with, it might be a little bit easier. And but anyway, we'll see how that goes. We have joined the hub of Silicon Valley. It's down in Campbell, California, and it's an indoor pickleball facility, 20 indoor courts, really nice courts, nice fencing between the courts so you don't get a lot of ball on situations.
Yeah. And there's a distance enough between courts and behind the courts so that it's much easier to play. And I really like the fencing between the courts so the balls don't really roll onto your court that much.
Yeah, and a really high roof. I think this used to be a warehouse at one time.
It was a Fry's Electronics.
Oh, it was a Fry's Electronics. Okay, so it was a retail store. Okay. So we felt that we wanted to play against even more people that we've not played against before, people that may be much higher skilled than us. I think sometimes when you play with people that are a higher level than you, you learn a lot about your game, and that can help point out opportunities for us to be more mindful of where we might want to focus a little bit more on either shot technique or where we decide to place the ball and those type of things. Do we want to drop? Do we want to drive? So I think the first game we played at the hub was against a couple of 4-0. They had close to 4 or 5 dupers, and we played them, and we kind of got wiped. I think that very first game against those two guys.
Well, I mean, they have the courts divided in by skill level,
Yeah.
but sometimes there aren't enough people there, maybe in your category. So these guys we're supposed to be playing down at the other end where it's more 4-5 players and 5-0 players, but I guess they didn't have enough competition so that people to compete against. So they came down to the 3-5, and they
Right.
were very, very, very nice. They, they weren't overly aggressive. They were just, focused on working on their shots too. So,
Yep.
it was good.
I think it was a right decision for us. Indoor facility, nice restrooms, a drinking fountain there to refill your water bottles, and we've
And plenty of light, or adequate light, I think. It's not like
Yeah,
there's a lot of
good
dark
light.
corners or anything.
I did get a pair of Wiley X Boss clear lenses for indoor play. I really like that brand of protective eyewear, so that's working out good for me. And I think it's we've already they have what's called ladders, so you can sign up for a ladder, mixed doubles, and then you get distributed.
Divided by category, skill level.
Right. Yeah. And then you get to play against other people that are of your similar skill level. And if you win, you move in one direction. If you lose, you move in the other direction. But it's a real good opportunity to get into playing people that you haven't played with before, because this tournament, the first one is in Oceanside. They call it the San Diego Senior Games. And we're going to be playing against people we've never played against before. And one thing about when you're playing in a regular group, you kind of know the habits. You kind of know they go for the sideline. You know when they do that. You kind of know how they're going to serve. And so playing at the hub has really enabled us to meet, to play against people we've never played against before, and then have to make on-court adjustments to how they play. and we need to be able to react and make adjustments as well. So that's been real good. We're going to take a clinic. They offer clinics there. So we got a clinic coming up next the 24th. We haven't been taking
Why
any.
don't you tell them the name of the clinic?
Level Up to 3-5 is the name of the clinic. We haven't been taking any lessons in quite a while with Marcia Nishi. Again, a fine instructor and coach. We've decided to go a little bit different route for right now, and we have some pretty good scheme on how to drill. So we're still doing a combination of drilling several times a week, and then, of course, competitive play. So that's kind of how we're approaching everything here. Other than that, I don't know, I've kind of switched over to the Selkirk paddles from my Pro XR. And so I have the Power Air, the Power Pro, the Amped Power Pro, and of course I have the Lux. And so lately I've been playing with the Amped Power Pro. Lori, you're still playing with your Gen 2 Yola
Anna Bright.
Anna Bright,
14 millimeter.
14 millimeters, so that's working out well. And
And you can get it in different shapes. You can get it in more of a...
an elongated?
No, it comes in... Now they make a 14 and a 16.
Oh, okay, different
Yeah.
thicknesses. Yeah, other than that, that's kind of our focus with 39 days left to our first tournament. I think communication-wise, I think we're communicating fairly well on the court. I tend to call shots, and Lori's okay with that, and that's working out pretty good. I think our serves, returns are good. I think our play at the kitchen line is good blocks. I think where we still need some work is in the middle of the transition zone, digging out some balls. Lori and I are going to start the process of stacking with 39 days left to the first tournament. We'll start stacking on a regular basis when her and I play together as a team. And that's really about it. I don't know anything significant on the pickleball front that you
No.
want to call out.
No, but I really didn't feel like I wanted to commit the dollars to the hub, but now I'm glad that we have done that, because they offer, besides the ladders, they offer clinics, and they have some leagues, and the ladders are not, we don't have to pay for them, and also you can get a duper rating there.
Right, they have, yeah. So, yeah, I think I didn't know whether or not, and I knew it'd be committed to the initiation fee in the first 3 months of membership fees before we could exit the membership. So I wasn't totally sure, but from my perspective, it's great. There's, basically, there's generally people, we've been trying different times of the day, different days of the week, and there's generally people there to get into a game with. And, I think that's pretty good. And I think the value is there. And having access to the ladders, they have several good instructors there if we wanted to take a lesson. Like I said, we're starting to take the first clinic there, level up to 3-5, see what that's about. And, with winter coming up, if it's another rainy season, well, then we'll have an indoor place to play and get to play a little bit more frequently. So, all right, I'm going to do a couple videos on the where I'm at with my paddle selection. Again, I've got the 3 Power Air, Power Pro, and the Lux, and I still like my Pro XR Connor Garnett paddle as well. I still don't know what I'm going to go into the tournament with yet. So I'll want to share some thoughts on those paddles. You might want to check out the video description where I'll have a link to a inexpensive paddle from AMA Sport, the Cronus 16-inch raw carbon fiber paddle. If you're new and looking to get started for under $100, it's a great paddle. There are so many paddles now available, and that's also one reason why I kind of went to Selkirk. I wanted to see if there's something in their ecosystem of paddles that'll work for me. I mean, they've been around for a while. I appreciate that they sponsor pickleball tournaments, and so they're putting dollars into those efforts. I know I'm paying a little bit of a premium for their paddle, but they're spending that money to help promote the game of pickleball, while at the same time they're trying to promote their brand and sell.
But they're
sell
supporting
stuff.
a lot of new up-and-coming players, too.
They're doing that as well. So
Not that they haven't invited us
yeah,
to be our sponsor.
up and coming. We played with a couple of I don't know. They must have been eighth
think-
graders, seventh
yeah.
graders yesterday. We won't go into what the score was, but we did not come out on top.
And they were, I would say they were bangers.
Yeah,
Because all they did was drive the ball
Yeah.
really, really
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, they were. And I got into a discussion with one of the
Kids after.
kids, young man. Afterwards, he had the Lux, and I was asking him, well, why did you pick the Lux paddle? And he went into all kinds of detail, controlled paddle versus this, an all-cord paddle and everything. So, I mean, the knowledge is there, and it was great to see younger people coming into pickleball. So, all right, well, I think that's about it. We're going to try and put out a Paddle Tap podcast type video once a week as we march towards our first tournament. And we'll probably do some more videos around our drill sessions and what we're working on and why we're working on it. And then again, I'll do a couple on the paddle, where I'm at, trying to find the right paddle.
I
for
think
me.
we want to mention also that we use Primetime Pickleball as a great resource for
yeah.
most of our drills and her technique. And we decided to follow Joe Baker's suggestions on how to play doubles. So you might want to check out those two videos, or those two people.
Primetime Pickleball, Joe Baker. And I tell you what, I've been getting into Kyle Kazuta, the pickleball guy. He talks
Yes.
a little fast.
I like him too.
A little fast at times, but I think he's, and of course, Zane Navartol, I think he's doing some great shorter form videos with some really good tips. And like even just reminding me to keep that paddle more here as opposed to like this, which I was doing, because from here I can get to here quicker, there quicker, and that's been really working out for me. So there's so much information now available, but those are kind of the four channels we like. And of course, John Sokola, he's got some good videos as well. So, all right.
So I think that's about it.
That's about it. All right. Well, hey, thanks for dropping into the channel. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit it. Also hit the notification bell and give us a thumbs up. And I want to thank all the people that have taken the opportunity to subscribe. Much appreciated. Other than that,
See you next time. See
see
you
you
on
on
the
the
court.
courts.